One of the reasons, and if I thought this before COVID and this inquiry, I certainly think it even more strongly now. One of the reasons why I don't believe that WhatsApp, for example, should be used for government communication and decision making is that, you know, when I make a public statement, or when I made public statements as First Minister in this context, I would think very, very carefully about the words I use to try to minimise as far as is ever possible the scope for what I was saying to be misinterpreted. When people send messages on WhatsApp, they don't think, including me, you don't think that deeply about how you're phrasing things, and therefore messages, when they are looked back at later on, can be open to different interpretations because people haven't really thought about the words they're using or the phraseology that they're using. And I think that certainly would be true of some of the exchanges that the inquiry has been looking at.
Would you, as First Minister, not have thought it to be important that ministers and senior officials would think deeply about the conduct of government business, whether conducted through WhatsApp or otherwise?
Of course, that is the case. And in saying that, I'm not trying to suggest that people were not thinking deeply. The form of, and I think every human being probably can recognise what I'm saying, the form of communication can influence the phraseology or the way in which things are worded. And informal communication, I think, lends itself to very short, sharp exchanges that would be very different if you were making a speech or putting something in a formal paper for decision making. Can I say very clearly, when I was First Minister, I would not have expected any of my ministers or any of my officials to have been conducting substantive government discussions and certainly not taking government decisions through WhatsApp or other informal means of messaging.